You feel me right here, peoples. You know my customary check and make sure everything is functioning properly. You dig? That's what we gotta do, man. That's what we gotta do. Oh, and there we go, man. I like to hear that little crispy sound right there. You dig what I'm saying? But again, people, we are back in the building, man. It is your boy Jack Travis on our customary Sunday live. You understand what I'm saying? Now let me send out a little something. The link. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna say, come check me out, bro. I ain't got the link situated right now, but yeah, we in the building, man. Hope everybody had a good week. Feeling well, feeling swell. You know, we live in the United States of America, man. We have wild weeks out here. You dig what I'm saying? We still at a wall, more boots on the ground, and all of that, man. I don't guess that's the least of our worries, but you know, we over here on American soil, so ain't no telling what might be happening. Just keep your head on the swivel, man. But we back in the building. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know where we go. It's a lot of things going on out here, man. Of course, I got a nice little list put together. You know what I'm saying? I'm imagining a couple people may drop in here in a minute and have some things to add to the conversation. You know what I'm saying? As I always say, I hope this live finds everybody out there doing well, doing swell, man. If you had some bad things to befall you over the last week, my condolences, my sincerest outpouring of affection to you. You dig what I'm saying, man? Not making light of that, but tis his life. You dig what I'm saying? So we're back in the building, but I hope you're here with me, and we're gonna talk through a couple things, man, to get your opinion on. If you got something to say, as always, jump in the chat. I don't know that I'm ready for. I've got a little video link thing that I'll start to share. The shopping thing, all of that's on the back burner. I got them. I got them in motion. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not solidified on exactly what products I want to add to it. So it's not live as of yet, but shortly around the corner. As always, man, the subscribers and all of that are going up as they should. So, you know, come and show me that support. If you like to become a member and all of that, of course, you're gonna do your thing. You dig what I'm saying? But away we go, man. Let's get into like the first thing. And I think I dropped the show about a couple of these things throughout the week, man. And the first on my list is this Jaden Ivey situation. You know what I'm saying? Now, Mr. Jaden Ivey, NBA basketballer, formerly of the Chicago Bulls, and before that, the Detroit Pistons. You know what I mean? So Cuz jumped off at the beginning of last week, man. He had some things to say about the LGBTQ. If I've got those letters correct, he had something to say about that community, and he didn't like the fact that what is the guy? Oh, I'm not the guy. The NBA. He didn't like the fact that the NBA had set aside some time for Pride Month. You dig? And so he jumped on his live. He had some things to say, and it led to him being waived. You know what I'm saying, by the Chicago Bulls, and that caused the uproar. Man, everybody out here offering their opinions on how they feel about it. You know what I'm saying? And I said in the show, and I've said before, man, I think the only people that's bothered by that are people that feel like it'll invade their tranquility of their home. You dig what I'm saying? And the only person that can allow that is you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's no alternate lifestyle people out here that is just, you know, standing in your yard with a voodoo doll, like trying to, I got you. Yeah, give me 24 hours. You're gonna be purple hair. You dig what I'm saying? Like, bro, if you fall into that and you get to doing it because it was on your agenda, it was a part of your menu. You know what I'm saying? It was a recipe in your goddamn cooking facilitation. You dig what I'm saying? You just didn't want to show us. We didn't know about it. So it's weird the people that wake up every day railing against that, so afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? And so Jay Ivey made himself one of the people, man. Now, if you watch Cuz here lately, you know what I'm saying? If you watch the videos, there's obviously something wrong with the dude. You know what I'm saying? But it's so wild because the people out here that you know, they got some really weird ways about themselves. They jumped into his defense. Oh man, look at him. He's a man of God, of the cloth. He was told to profess the word to the masses, and everybody called him crazy. And he's just professing his love for, you know, his particular religious, you know, sect. You dig? And it's one thing to do that, bro, but it's another thing. Now I'm not fully well versed on um, how you should go about teaching and all that. But I do think I understand just from living regular life. You worry about you, bro. Make sure that you are getting to heaven to the pearly gates, inshallah, whatever you dig what I'm saying. That's your first priority, man. I don't know that you are put here to judge other people and say who's covered by the cloth and who is real about their faith and not real. I don't know that that's on any human man to be able to judge that. You know what I'm saying? And it's always cringe when they take it upon themselves to try to. But again, I said in the show I wouldn't be surprised to see Mr. Jaden Ivey, on the poll in a couple of months saying that he is the return. And it happened actually sooner than I imagine. You know what I'm saying? I've got a plenty of bookmarks here. You know what I mean? For a couple of the videos of the things, but this was Jaden Ivey here lately.
My boyfriend go for the same. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see
God. What the hell is this? I have no idea. But yeah, Jaden Ivey is apparently street preaching now. You know what I'm saying? I've never really seen too many sane individuals street preach. I ain't gonna hold you, my nigga. You go through the annals of street preaching, you know what I'm saying? And all these seem to be some pretty spaced out individuals. You know what I mean? Now, hey man, far be it for me to tell somebody how to profess their love for what they feel is their creator, what have you. But it doesn't seem like regular, just solid minded material from Cuz, man. I think from what I read, he's got a history of mental illness and abusing his family. I think the fam already kind of distance themselves from him, especially after this. Apparently, his wife ain't fucking with him no more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bruh's obviously having an episode right now. And from what I understand, they said that not only was it just this that got him dismissed from the squad, they said, cuz, what it do hurt? My bad. I just looked at him. My nigga was heading with it. Everybody likes, hype, subscribe, all that. Follow Hurst directions, man. But yeah, we're just kind of going through this Jaden Ivey thing right now, man. Kind of trying to get a grip and handle on this thing because it was a hot button topic over the last week, bro. It's crazy too because for the whole, I don't know how serious one side of the spectrum takes this mental health thing. Now they throw it up there every time one of them does something crazy out here. They say, oh, he was crazy, he had mental issues, but as it pertains to us, I don't know how much of a slack they give. But they jump to his defense saying that he just got persecuted because he's professing his love for the Lord. You dig what I'm saying? And that Christianity is under attack here in America, bypassing the obvious mental episode that the man is going through. You know what I'm saying? Now it'd be crazy because that same guy, if he needed some assistance, now he's a millionaire. Now he got paid his bread from the NBA, but if he weren't a millionaire, and let's say he was found to be actually, crazy or what have you, and then he went to try and get some assistance, you know what I mean, from the government, the same people that are calling everyone else just demons and devils for not getting the message right here. Those same people would deny this man any type of government assistance happily. You dig what I'm saying? Let's keep that in perspective, bro. But yeah, that's what Jaden Ivey is with it right now. I don't think he going back to the league, bro. I don't know if it's a situation where he was on medication and he jumped off of them, but he is definitely having himself a 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised to see bro give all his money away and just, like I say, man, probably be on the poll somewhere talking about he is the next coming, bro. So I don't know. Maybe the fam don't care enough about it to go over there and holler at him, man. They seem to just be letting Cuz spiral. I seen him on a couple of podcasts and it's bad work, bro. You know what I'm saying? Believe what you choose to believe and whatever float your boat, find your lost remote. But it's not up to you to be out here passing judgment on people, bro. That's not the what would Jesus do way. I've never heard stories of Jesus passing judgment. So that goes for Mr. Jaden Ivey and any religious person out here. I don't think that's a WWJD move. So you all would be well to compartmentalize that and keep that part of religious zealotry out of the public domain. You understand me, man? Now let's move on to some player thing, man. Something else that dominated the headlines over the past week. And I'm telling you, I put a show out about it. I've let my stances be known. It's been some crazy takes behind this thing, though, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. But this Gucci, man, Pooh Shiesty situation. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is something that came up a couple months ago. If you know who or one Seti Nash is now, I'm sure. Holla at your boy, man. I'm sure you know something about this name. I know about this individual because we discussed some things about some people, and I guess we may get to those. I don't know if I got that on the list, but I know Seti Nash, man, came out a couple of months ago with the video saying, "Look, Pooh Shiesty, Rob Gucci, man, you know what I'm saying?" And everybody, because Seti Nash has had some situations where, go against your credibility. Let it be probably be the better way to say it. I don't keep up with his page every day and all that, but I do know that I've seen some situation where it could have popped up. You know what I mean? And so, some folks like you a cap artist. I think he got in trouble about I think he brought the boy Woody. You know what I'm saying? Woody versus Woody. He took him out there to the hood, and I think he faced some backlash from the hood, from the set, however y'all nigga want to say it, about that. And then, like I say, man, trying to be the first to the internet with hot, salacious stories and buzzworthy news. Like I said a lot of times on this channel, I tend to kind of try to, I don't know, man. It's like a weighing game. It's a mental game. You, on one hand, you want to try to be one of the first people with these videos and get them out because you think like, well, if I break the story, you dig what I'm saying, then I'm gonna get me 100,000 views. It doesn't necessarily work like that. And also on the other side of that coin, trying to be the first person to put a video out, you'll often go off of slim information, just trying to be the clip you just caught. And a lot of times in the next 48 hours of the news cycle, you start to learn a lot of things that, go against the take you just put out there and all this, that, and the third, man. So, all of those were kind of in the mixture when bro came out with his video, but he said it happened. Everybody kind of brushed it off. But man, here we go. It started with a video pop up. Everybody see that Pooh Shiesty crib out there in Memphis getting ran up in. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, oh hell, dude, what's going on? Then the word comes out that this is all behind them actually robbing Gucci, man. You know what I'm saying? Story goes that, if you rewind this thing like I did in the show, you would do me well to go click that show, give me some views up on that thing, man. This is the most recent one actually. So the story goes that upon being signed to 1017 Brick Squad, right? Pooh Shiesty, he gets his cousin, Big Scar, a deal also, right? Pooh Shiesty goes to prison for robbery down there in Miami. We saw the video. Him and a couple of his partners pull up to buy some shoes, some lean, and some weed, from what we understand. And for some odd reason, they chose to rob the man. I think it was one of the homies, but Pooh Shiesty riding with his folk, 10 toes. He upstrapped, and I think he was supposed to shot somebody in the buttocks region and all this, that, and the third, man. But boom, it's all on video. They bang his ass up. He go to the pen, right? Now, while he's in the pen, story goes that Big Scar had a proclivity. You understand what I'm saying? To the pain pill, opioids of our culture. I ain't gonna say of our culture that we have of the world. It's a drug available out here. And somewhere along the course of one of his using opportunities, apparently the man took too much of what he was doing and ended up causing himself to lose his life. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. They say from that move, Gucci Man is supposed to pay for the funeral. It's supposedly his words. I don't know. We got any documentation of this. And he only comes to the table with 10 racks. Again, this is all hearsay. We don't have the inner workings, the absolute facts of this thing, but this is what we hear. Because when I hear that, I'm like, well, 10 racks? I don't know, maybe for a celebrity, you know what I'm saying, and the gold cash and all that. Now you can't do that, but 10 racks will put one away. You know what I'm saying? But I can't count them numbers. I don't know what number value a person has on putting their loved one away. You dig what I'm saying? But apparently he only come with 10 racks. Cut don't like that. All right, let me see what Cut say about setting that. It's hard to case. I can't tell when he lying or when he telling the truth. Yeah, that's me either, bro. Like I don't watch him a lot, but when I do watch him, it's all, and I'm gonna tell you what used to be sketchy about Seti, bro. I used to hate when he used to do his videos and he used to cut off the top of his head. I'm like, I just couldn't take him serious. You know what I'm saying? But he don't do that these days. But yeah, I don't know how to take him either, man. I just kind of, you know what I mean? I analyze things as they come across. You know what I'm saying? But back to Cook. So 10 racks from Gucci. They mad about that. Okay, after the funeral and all of this go by, supposedly Gucci Man looks up and sees that his other family members of Big Scars that's rocking the 1017 chain. You know what I mean? And pictures and all this down the third. And supposedly Gucci Man asked for the chains back. Now, if I have to give some grace to that, because this is all hearsay, we just speculating and we speaking our piece, our opinion. If I had to say giving him some grace in that, I would say, okay, I'm Gucci Man, right? We live in a Rico world. You understand me and what I'm saying? All right. So I'm looking at it. There's niggas that I ain't signed to my label, they rocking the chain. Let's say, for instance, one of these niggas, they most likely off in the streets type of, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, one of them commit a crime. Yeah, they don't even have to drop it at the scene. They could just be seen at the scene of a crime with the chain on or around some untoward situations with certain individuals that getting watched and all of that. And you know, in the conspiracy world we in, a prosecutor out there would salivate at the chance at connecting a Gucci Man with some type of stupid crime to get him a promotion. You know what I'm saying? You know how it go. We just seen all this play out in Atlanta with Fannie Willis and Thug and you dig what I'm saying? They fishing for that, bro. So I'm like, maybe he look up and he see that and he like, nah, bro, that's a liability. I need to get them changed back. Well, that turns into the family like, nigga, you doing too much. You already ain't pay for the funeral. And you asking for these little weak ass chains back. I'm putting cap on. I don't know how I said, but and you ask for these chains back. You doing too much, cuz it's smoke. It's up and it's stuck now. This word, of course, get back to Pooh Shiesty. I almost said Big Pooh Shiesty, but I don't even know how to address, bro. At this point, man, the record sounded, you know, and Memphis has definitely got a reputation for it, but it's just foolery material right now as I'm adding all this shit up, right? So Pooh Shiesty hit the streets here about what, last year? Oh yeah, a year or so, what have you? Whatever. Put out his FDO record, first day out. You know what I mean? 6 minutes of bro rapping. Putting his heart out here into the world after being locked up and all that. Okay, boom. Somewhere along the line in there, man. Supposedly Yo Gotti offers. And these numbers that's being thrown around, bro, just seem camp to me. I'm not believing any of it. But supposedly Yo Gotti offers him $15 million to come over there and sign with CMG. Obviously Yo Gotti and Gucci Man are, you know, not the best of friends out here. Let's put it that way. Along with the fact that Gucci Man didn't put in for this funeral and want the chains back, Pooh Shiesty say, I'm going over there with CMG. But instead of buying myself out the deal like my soon to be boss did, you know, Yo Gotti famously bought himself out of his deal with I want to sell Rista, but I don't want to be wrong. But he bought himself out of deal. There was a couple of artists out here that was superiorly business minded, bought themselves out of deal, and that's an expensive proposition. But at any rate, Yo Gotti did it, right? Pooh Shiesty, instead of doing that, he said, I'm just gonna pull a big Suge. I mean, what is a Suge Knight? Vanilla Ice. I don't know where I got to be from. And I'm just going strong on, and there's just so many brands to talk about this shit. So supposedly he calls a meeting with Gucci Man. Gucci Man brings two individuals with him, a cameraman and a security guard. Security guard is supposedly an off-duty police officer. You dig what I'm saying? First off, all right. So supposedly, Pooh Shiesty pulls out transfer or termination paperwork and asks Gucci Man to sign it. Gucci Man said, "Nigga, this is not how the music business work. What do you mean?" An argument ensues. Pooh Shiesty asks Big 30 to go get his bag. Big 30 go get his bag, bring the bag back. Pooh Shiesty up Draco. Uh, Forces Gucci Man to sign this. In the midst of all this, cameraman supposedly gets choked out. Then 6, 7 other individuals enter the room, and this is where it really went awry. Had you just made them sign, and we'll address just even why signing that contract in a way was just null and void and BS. But 6, 7 other individuals choose to get in on the fray. Cause you dig what I'm saying? And they go in and supposedly take Gucci Man up out his wedding ring, his expensive watch, his necklace, and the green money, blue money. You know what I'm saying? Blue money out his pocket. For what reason, bro? Like, and then you let him leave. Like, it'd have been different. We'd been like, hey, man, ain't nobody seen Gucci Man in a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? And y'all boys and trying to, and not wishing that on nobody. But nigga, you let him leave the room. How did you think this was gonna play out from that point forward? First of all, let's rewind to the paperwork. I don't know who is advising, probably no one. Because if you remember, before he put that song out, Pooh Shiesty had his mama. She did something along the lines of, Jay Prince has done it on somebody's record before. Big Bank Black did it at the beginning of one of Trouble's records. You dig what I'm saying? She came out and gave this heartfelt speech before the song. Come on back to the street, son. People miss your leadership skills. These niggas came with you. Come on back. We waiting on it. He come back and he do this, but I don't know if anybody's advising Cuz, because someone should have told him. First of all, if I sign you through my paperwork, right, with my letterhead, through my lawyer, filed through the courts and shit from my entity, right? There's not a document that you can print up that's got your label letterhead and whatever law systems that you've gone through that is going to supersede my paperwork. You understand me and what I'm saying? The paperwork that I bring with me is most likely a duplicate. Dang, bro, come on. So first of all, your document wouldn't have carried any weight. Second of all, there's a thing called duress, right? If I enter into an agreement under circumstances that specify that I felt like I was being pressured, coerced, you know what I'm saying? My life was being threatened. Any of this and sign that document, guess what? That document is null and void, Mr. Shiesty. So you let him leave, null and void document meeting out the gate. Well, in what way was it gonna work for him? Cuz these are not the signs of a good leader. You dig what I'm saying? To make such a poor business choice. You know what I'm saying? You either buy yourself out that deal, bro, or just get on Twitter and complain like everybody else do, because this is what we got, what you got going on now. Now I've heard that they said ain't no physical evidence of this, that, and all that and all that. Man, I think that's speculation, because the federal authorities went on television and had a whole press conference. You think the United States government, bro, are going forward these days and they ain't got you and just got to put it together? No. Don't get Fannie Willis and all of these state prosecutors. Do not get them confused with the feds, cause the feds ain't lost nothing out here. You understand what I'm saying? Nigga what dealing with the feds went to the pen. Yeah, better know it, man. So I don't know that. I don't feel like they would have been out here and doing all that, and they ain't got no physical evidence and all this, that, and the third. I got to believe that they got more than they leading us on to think. Yeah, a bunch of fools, bro. It was I don't even understand, bro. When you saw the mug shots, I mean, it didn't really look like anybody with, a whole bunch of critical thinking skills was probably in that group. And I don't know these young men, bro, but I know most certainly. And then the daddy was there, but they said Pops was, supposedly acting as though he wasn't with it. He did. Who knows, bro? But A lot of information has come out about that, and I think these boys done put themselves in quite a pickle. You understand me? Just for getting out of a deal, and then I hear stories because I said something about the numbers, man. I heard some stories that supposedly I think his mom got on and did a live and said that Gucci owed him $25 million. And my nigga, listen, bro. All respect due to any player involved in this situation. But if anyone out there thinks that, because did he have more? He had to get it back in blood. Uh, bro, listen. If it's somebody out there that thinks that that single or his album made $25 million while he was locked up, I have got a yellow and purple polka dot dinosaur in my backyard, and it has 5 eggs due to hatch next week, and I will sell them to you for the low price of $200. For the low price of $200, you can have a dinosaur. I'm just saying, if you believe that his music made $25 million while he was locked up, then you also believe that I have Tyrannosaurus Rex dinosaur eggs in my backyard. I'm just saying. But for whatever reason, that's what the man decided to do, and I don't see that shit being a good move in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep up with it, man, and see what turned out. But them boy banged up. I don't know that no bonds been set and all that. I don't know that they will. A lot of people trying to say that Gucci went out sad for snitching or whatever. And bro, I think that's they just want to throw that on Gucci because from what I understand, they said the cameraman has been shopping around for months trying to tell the story to anybody that want to listen. You dig what I'm saying? I also spoke on the security guard being an off-duty police officer. So for all the people talking about Gucci snitched and all that, bro, he wouldn't even have to. With the other two players that's involved in this crime, he wouldn't have to. It would have been out there before they even got a chance to come and holler at Gucci, bro. So, but they just want to, for some weird reason, man, throw bro under the bus. Now, I'm going to keep talking about a couple rappers, man. I got a couple more. Now, this one right here is going to take the homie to kind of come in and I think he got a little info or he knows some insight on this situation right here. Now, it involves a rapper that, you know, when I say holding in Delta, that has to be kind of weird. But I rock with bro. You know what I mean? I got the utmost respect for bro, and this Dips Hustle, you dig? Now, early in the week, I was alerted to some material, a video. You know what I mean? I go and check the video out, and there's a guy from out of California. I don't even know if I need to utter his name. But he's watching a video wherein it was weird. A guy from New York, man. Let's just say first name Al. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna pump up too many questionable characters out here on Straight Like That, right? So this guy from Cali is watching this guy named Al. The guy named Al has a show where he is analyzing the ins and outs of the Nipsey Hussle homicide. All right, the big U's of the world, the Eric Holders of the world, the LA politics of the world, which immediately struck me silly. Like, well, hold on. This guy from the other side of the coast, you dig what I'm saying? How would he know this insight to these things? But he is basically speculating. And like the stupidest point that I took, the overarching thing is that this man was basically saying that could it be possible, or what I think is that Big U might have told Eric Holder, hey man, you commit this crime and due to the status of the crime and who and what you did and the mental acuity of said you, Eric Holder, hey, you'll probably be home in 10, 15 years as opposed to life or death sentence or something like that. And that's why he did it. This was basically his whole shtick. I was like, it made no sense to me, bro. I got to looking into the background of a couple people, and it was sketchy at best. Now, if you saw that crime happen on camera, bro, it was a highly unfortunate thing to have to witness. You dig what I'm saying? But bro was trying to say that it wasn't about the snitching thing. Supposedly Nipsey went on up on bro and advised them that he had some bad word on his name, and he probably shouldn't be around here. You know what I mean? I'm sure he said it in different terms, but I wasn't there, so I can't call it. No one had a weapon out there. Yeah, that's weird. You saw Eric Holder come back 3 times. No one came out in defense of Nipsey shooting guns. A lot of that was weird. A lot of people talk about Cowboy and his movements and all of that. And these days I think Cowboy's living off the grid, off in some farmland. And it's stories about him not being. You did. I don't know the LA politics of all this. You know what I'm saying? But I do know it did look weird. For a person like Nipsey Hussle to be able to be done like that on his own turf, you know what I'm saying, by an obvious outsider, you know what I mean? Why? The first thing came to my mind when they just got to talking about bruh's status in the hood. I'm just like, how could he even get that close on the it just don't seem like you would even be in. I don't know, bro. I don't know. LA is a big place, man. Crenshaw, I've been out there a couple times, and that little alley, I guess that was just kind of it's just kind of like a slippery spot. But it's just for to be such a on the list individual, man. It's just like, damn, bro. How was bro even at just able to get that close into the situation? Just period, man. You know what I'm saying? But why shit happens out here, bro. Whether it be ordained and this, that, and the third, I don't know. But a lot of things fit together to look really weird out here these days, and they not exactly as nefarious as we think. But that's kind of like the whole thing behind that, man. What y'all think about it? Do y'all have any thoughts on that situation? Do you think it was a setup by some forces out there in the hood? Because they say he was being extorted and he's ready to get off the label, and he was gonna be his last album, and he had just bought the plaza and was about to have this stop the gang violence with meeting with the police. It's a lot of different theories out there, but this particular rap guy and the theory that he was entertaining, I thought it was out of bounds, bro. For a cat to be out there from the land. But again, I've heard some things about him that say he ain't no official. But for a cat from the land to be out there, my nigga, and supporting that story from that person, I thought it was highly egregious. I ain't gonna hold you. You dig what I'm saying? So if y'all run across it, you dig, you'll check it out. Now, staying on our rapper and the violence. Yeah, it was a lot of speculating, man. Yeah, I didn't feel because dude sitting in his car, could it be that hey, man, come on, man. Then bro coming there, here cuz I'm telling you, cuz I was like, nigga, what? The juxtapose of these two people in this video is crazy to me. I ain't understanding what we doing, son. You know what I mean? Then I saw a video with bro with another wild video like yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, what I heard about him must be true, because I'm like, bro, this man to be where he is and supposedly who he was, but the type of material he covering on this show is weird. Like he seemed like he ain't plugged in no more. You dig what I'm saying? Maybe he got something to say about this situation. I heard this was crazy, and the boy, hey man, I ain't gonna hold you. Some people not the person that went crazy with this video, y'all. I think a lot of people hate cuz. Um, I will say that I kind of understand where they're coming from. Being a creator in the space, I probably have to give him more respect than the outsider that's just watching videos. You dig what I'm saying? Because I know what he's doing and why he's doing it, and it's kind of a respect that you got to pay. You dig what I'm saying? Because I say it all the time, bro. What's the difference between just shooting the show and going Hollywood? You know what I'm saying? How far are you willing to go out here? And so Cuz really turned up the volume, man. Your boy Poetic Flacco, man, right? Yeah, so Flock put out 75 videos a day, so you'd have to go back into the catalog to find a video I'm about to speak on. But he did a video about Draco the Ruler. You know what I'm saying? Draco got stabbed up in the neck couple years ago out at the Once Upon a Time in LA concert, little situation, you know what I mean? Draco and Crip said I don't know what exactly which car to put him in and all that. He supposedly had big beef with the 400s. YG, you know what I mean, little crew out there, right? And so there's some wild, there's some speculations. Poetic put out a video where he come out flamed up. When I saw the video, I bust out laughing. I'm like, this nigga do not give a damn. But yeah, bro came out with his red bandana, red. I don't know how, but what's the terminology for it? And then when they got around, who knows? Whatever. Out there in LA, I think they serious about that. There's probably proper terms you got to put on that shit. You deal. Not that I don't know what it's about. I don't know what the LA scene is wild, bro. Um, but yeah, he come out with a video naming and showing faces and naming names of the guy that supposedly did Draco that. You know what I'm saying? And supposedly this guy that got a couple of them under his belt. You know what I'm saying? And it was a wild episode, bro. Flock even had the detective that's working the case. He put the detective phone number up there, all while sitting there flamed up. Hey, I'm like, damn, boy, Flock went crazy with that one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is supposedly, man, some of the things that stuck out to me about that thing. I know they say he said that Snoop was a big influence on Cuz coming to the concert because apparently Draco didn't want to attend. And apparently Snoop was the call that got him to come on out. His brother, what is it, Ralphie I forget, Ralphie the plug. That's Draco's brother. You know, he's speaking about, he's like, man, we got there at 8:30. At 8:32, it's going down. And I think I heard somebody explain. I think it said they walked in, they saw a gang up because I think it said YG was about 100 deep. You dig? It's like they walked by him and it wasn't no smoke, but some kind of way, uh, one of the dudes from Draco's crew kind of got left back from the group. And as soon as he did, they said they all rushed him and tried to snatch his chain. He get loose, run up to Draco, tell him, hey, these niggas just tried to snatch my chain. Draco, kind of float back to kind of confront him, and then the swarm and go on from there. And this guy that Poetic named in his video, supposedly, was able to slide around at some point and boom, hit bro in the neck. It was a wild video that Flock put out, man. Flock ain't got, I guess Flock like, man, but I don't know, bro. Like, you can't call everybody internet with it. Yeah, a lot of times, a lot of people put things out here in the video world, and they don't have no smoke behind it. But uh, I don't know if you just, because from what I understand, I think bro live in LA, but I think Fly got him a little change now, so he got him a crib in a couple places, so he may not be tripping. But to be out in LA, you know what I'm saying, as a civilian and then flame, and you know what I'm saying, like get some crash outs out here, bro. So I don't know if you really want to play with that game, but he most certainly did. And that video did like 100,000 in 10 hours. You know what I'm saying? It's probably about $250,000 on that thing by now. But like I said, Flock put out 3, 4, 5 videos a day, maybe 75. You know what I'm saying? Up to 75 videos a day. I wish I could. So let me stop hating. But that was wild, man. What can I say about Dre? He said it was non-affiliate. Well, he was damn sure out there trying to get active at the concert, from what we understand. Um, yeah, I think he spoke on it. I think he said he'd be kind of back and forth in what is it, North Dakota, and he said he got a crib in Texas, and sound like he's spending some big boy change, bro. I can't really, but getting that jump start from no jumper, man. You would expect the person to be able to capitalize on that and go forward. You know what I mean? He's certainly doing that, but yeah, it's been a lot of rapper news this week. You dig me? I thought I had another rap on here. Oh yeah, I did, man. I don't know what's so well. I guess to clean up the Draco thing. They say Brolin kind of went ghost. The dude that he named all in the video said cuz done deactivated everything, kind of went ghost, and they was trying to reach out to him ahead of time and to try to get him to put out. He mentioned what's Brody? What's bro name? Cat with the glasses, Munchie B. Yeah. He said that Munchie had reached out, or maybe not even necessarily reached out, but kind of threatened to send some smoke towards him, or was trying to do something, exposing his family, doxing his address, all this type of material to try and keep him from putting the video out. And then I saw Munchie go on and address it, and Flock put a pertinent question to him because maybe Munchie done got himself on camera when he wasn't in the right state of mind, man, and you know what I mean. Let forget that he was in front of the lights, but I don't know. Maybe I ain't even gonna make. I was gonna say, bro, can't see the lights because I think bro got something going on with his vision. But let me know. I would hate to be without mine, bro. So I ain't even gonna joke about it like that. But he asked me, like, bro, if y'all didn't have nothing to do with it, even though you done blabbed and said that y'all have a couple times, something about you passed dude the ball all the time, like he one of your homies and all that. He's like, but if y'all had nothing to do with it, why you so concerned with me putting this video out? Well, I guess if I'm looking at it that way, if you had nothing to do with it, but you know that he's finna go in and name your homie name, like that's bad work. So I'd be like, yeah, bro, you can't put that out. That's slanderous material. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Munchie was coming from like a legalese angle on that thing. You know what I'm saying? I think he slipped up and said some stuff, but not for nothing, man. Flacco may have been responsible for it reaching out to a wider diaspora of people, but my nigga, the feds was already on it. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like it was a forgotten crime. You know what I mean? So he mad at Flock, I guess, by blowing it up. But in this day and age, it was gonna blow up once it hit the limelight, or once they put because man, if you look at the video that the feds put out for the Pooh Shiesty, the Gucci Man thing, the thumbnail bro, it looked like a regular podcaster with the little split, one picture on one side and one on the other. You know what I mean? Like they play like that these days. They social media infused, so it was gonna get out there. You dig? And maybe Flock got an inroad with them folks. I would not be surprised if he, like they say, no jumping. Vlad and them is plugged in, and they really just try to get niggas on there answering police questions. I wouldn't be surprised if Flock was on that time, and I couldn't even blame him. I couldn't be mad at him. That's Flocko, bro. He from North Dakota. Like, it ain't like he a prior gang member and he just done turned cold. So you know what I'm saying? You can't. I mean, you have journalists, bro. You have people that go to be employed by the CIA. Like, it's a thing. You dig what I'm saying? Like, shit, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, click call Stink Team. Yeah, Stink Team. Right. I hear all that about Draco. Yeah, Munchie B. I ain't entertained what they was talking about in a couple of days. I know he tried to jump on, and I saw what's the other cat be on no jumper? Young and Hefe, Young and Hefe. That's his name, right? I think he put out a little video addressing, like, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of talking going on out here back and forth, man. We need to get a handle on it before something happens. But, like I say, bro, without being into the politics out there, man, it'd be sad to see somebody get hit up or something like that. Especially, I guess, a guy that's got in the position to take care of. Maybe that, don't really, either or. But, we see it on the outside, but we don't really know what went into it. We don't know who got dropped on the other side prior to that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like niggas just ain't like Draco because he is a good rapper or something. You know what I mean? It'd be a lot of history that go into them things, man. Now, I wish it was a process that, because it carries itself out in all the other 50 states, man. A lot of hoods, a lot of trenches out here. And, obviously a lot of good soldiers that could help the cause, just the overall culture cause. We lose a lot of them, man, behind these ongoing conflicts and all that. But, it sort of is what it is, man. For somebody to drop the beef, you understand what you're saying. In order for, and which, I don't want to give nobody no arguments to be like, nigga, this is why we ain't stopping it, cuz we are killing niggas every day. We on the school board. I ain't trying to get nobody no excuse to say that, but in order for the first person to kind of put the bullshit down, and then we've got to ask that person to, if we giving Charlie Erica Kirk grace, then we're asking someone to not grieve the way that they grieve. You understand what I'm saying? Let's be honest now. Somebody, little brother, nephew, uncle, whatever, brother got slapped down. In order to stop the process of going back and forth, then we've got to ask that person that was finna do the smacking back to not grieve that way. He's grieving in a way that he want eye for an eye. But we saying don't get an eye for an eye and let's heal up from there. And that's easier said than done from the outside looking in, bro. It's easy for somebody to say it ain't going through that. Um, so it'd be a lot going on to them things out there. And Ale, man. Now, let's move on to another little rapper we got before I get into some other kind of news. Y'all seen this thing about Dababy, man. So Dababy was presented with a photo. Now, being somebody that knows what it is to be a doting father, to just be overly extra in your protective instincts for your daughter, I get it. I'm ready to tear a nigga's spine. You ever been watching the fatalities on Mortal Kombat? Yeah. I think Scorpion got one where he grabbed, probably all of them got one in the new one, but he had one back in the day, you know what I'm saying? He just grabbed and snatched their whole spine about their back. Hey, yeah. I told her little puppy lover not too long ago, hey, listen, bro, you will come out better if you have any problems with her. You have come out better, get my number, call to me and conversing it with me because she come to me with done been some smoke had. I told him to his face at the skating ring, I'm gonna come to get you, your mama, and your dad. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm feeling him where he come from. But this one was it was a little extra, man. As a matter of fact, maybe I'll read all of that. But all right. Dababy is walking into a venue. Well, I ain't gonna go through all the videos. I'll explain it in vivid detail. So he's walking into a venue. A guy comes up and presents him with a painted photograph, right? He unveils the photograph, he turns it around. There's two little black girls depicted. The two little black girls are two of Dababy's daughters. Good painted photo. Looked like he put some work in it. Looked to be a talented artist. Dababy, all five of him, looks down at it and pretty much brushes it off. Goes on about his business. The dude put the video up. He was kind of trying to have some fun with it, talking about how embarrassed he was, and so people started to chime in and leave their thoughts on it. He did, and then Dababy apparently, not only did he do that, I guess after start blowing up, he go to the dude page. Yeah, I got to read this. Yeah. I be when I talk about that Kenyon Martin them and Gil's Arena and all that, and I'm like, how tall these niggas is, and I think they just gonna beat everybody up because they tall. Dababy had a situation inside of a Walmart a couple years ago, wherein someone that was giving him some problems ended up being shot. Now, from what I gather, the security guard did the shooting, but Dababy, I think he lays claim or he lets it be ambiguous enough to like, yeah, it was me. So he tried, that he shot the dude. And apparently, since that happened, Dababy is just convinced that he's just gonna beat everybody up. Everybody's scared of him. Like, boy, I just don't, bro. I'm from the hood. I don't know a hood nigga that's really about that live like that. Cause the hood nigga know a nigga will blow you down, bro. Ain't nobody scared, man. That's why I see niggas out doing that. And I'm like, man, I just can't believe you grew up in the trenches, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know, you don't understand how quick, like Curtis Snow said, you either do it or get done to you. I don't think niggas be understanding how quick it'll get done to you out here. And so it don't be impressing me, bro. So he he goes and gets on the cuz, gets onto his Instagram post and says this. Niggas be wild. Did I even save it? I thought I did, bro. I really thought I did. Apparently I didn't. Let me scroll one more time and now I move on. I thought I saved it in my bookmarks. I ain't gonna look it up if I didn't. What? Oh yeah, I think I got it. I'm about to scroll up on it. Oh yeah, here it is. So the baby says to this guy under his Instagram post, he says, "You still got my daughters on your page as a grown man. First of all, nigga, it ain't like this nigga some pervert weirdo that's just is posting your daughters all over his page. He an artist, nigga. Chill out. I made it clear I ain't comfortable with that. Man, boy, I started to say something crazy. Steady playing for this online attention. So when God put me back in front of you, I'm gonna show you how serious I am about my daughters. Best advice I can give you: get my children off your page and keep doing what you gifted at doing. Using my kids ain't the route to go if you want to go viral. That's the route to go if you want to get hurt. That's a father talking out a rapper. Man, I don't think that's what I say, bro. Niggas ain't been in the trenches. Any nigga that approach life out here as if he just the only one to do the hurting and just you have not been in the trenches, bro. I don't give a damn what you say. Do they got trenches in North Carolina? North Carolina, get in the comments. Let me know about the trenches in North Carolina. From the from the standpoint of when I started doing this page, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just hearing about how it go online and people dragging anything into the argument, I try to tell myself, like, don't even ever mention that you got a child, bro. But in the midst of talking and all that, it kind of comes out. You comparing and contrasting situations. So you really can't avoid that. And I can't call myself a celebrity, but I can say that um, there are multiple, 20, 30 different countries out there around the globe that I can say someone has seen my video, right? So I could confidently feel like it's possible for me to be anywhere in the world and someone would recognize Jack Travis straight like that, right? And they could have seen the episode where I mentioned my child. You dig what I'm saying? Now, I don't put no pictures or none of that, but a person could have looked into it or on another social media site and saw some and hear the love that I profess for and how proud I am of how she's doing and all that, and could have painted a portrait of me, bro, and my daughter, and thinking that this is a good, that's a nice gesture. I don't think that I would treat him as he's some kind of perv for doing that. Now, if you give Charleston White is like a broken clock that says something right twice a day. He comes out and shows the video. He's like, man, this is B White. He's actually my cousin. He is a well-known artist. He paint pictures for all kind of people. He ain't some guy that's just sitting up in his house daydreaming about your daughters. You know what I'm saying? He didn't put any body shots. They're just face shots. The baby could have looked at that and not liked it and been like, "Yeah, bro, it's kind of look comfortable with that, uncomfortable with that." But he got to put his tough look on, like he just ready to kill somebody. Next time God put me in front of you, I can guarantee you that God is gonna make me the winner of it, nigga. Boy, these niggas be tripping, bro. These niggas really be tripping, like they mama can't cry. You understand what I'm saying? Like everybody they that face against, you just don't want to make it home to their kids again. You ask me, bro, I can tell if a nigga really grew up in the trenches or not. Cause he ain't cognizant enough. He ain't aware enough. Self-awareness is key, bro. And if you've been in the trench, you got to have something. Cause you've been in some smoke where you like, damn, boy, that shit could have went. You feel me? Out here playing, man. The baby just made it back on the scene. Been doing little stupid little interviews and little stuff, trying to wiggle his way back into the limelight. And as soon as all right. He's still tough as hell, ain't it? If it. I took a nigga like Nipsey Hussle more authentic than nigga like the baby, right? And what were we just talking about in regards to Nipsey Hussle? But the baby, the toughest nigga, it's your ass down so well, man. Nigga be killing me, bro. Again, I can understand nigga being sensitive about his dollars, but you jumping all on this page talking about take him down or what you gonna do to a famous artist that does this, bro. Like, man, his folks love him too, the baby. That's what a lot of y'all people out here in the world, but I understand, man, you ain't the only one that is protected and loved out here. Nigga, you ain't the only one that they sell. We got this 2A thing in America. Yeah, that right there. They selling to anybody. And I got a couple of them. Y'all niggas better sit. Y'all niggas is crazy these days, bro. I do not understand y'all, man. I don't think it's I don't think it's weird, bro. If this nigga wasn't an artist and he just painted his daughters, yes. I feel like this man always talk about his daughters in his music. I feel like he was doing something that man would look at and immediately catch him like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. That ain't even nothing in our community like that, bro. Dudes be all that little girls. That ain't really highly a thing in our culture. For you to immediately go to that, yeah, it's Napoleon complex, bro. It's little nigga syndrome. Little niggas always trying to be tough and loud and obnoxious out here. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't know that in my situation. I don't know that I would have grabbed it and took it with me. But I also don't think I'd have been like, damn, bro, you weird for that. You know what I'm saying? And then I know I wouldn't have turned around, seeing that this man is a full artist that does this. I definitely would have turned around and went to the man page, leaving a comment like I'm ready to murk him because he won't take the pictures down. Nigga, man, if I ever the nigga, I went and painted another one and put it up side by side and told that nigga, okay, now next time you come to Houston, Texas, or you out here in Texas, let's see what kind of energy you got. You feel me? We just tough about it. God, I live in Dallas. You ain't got to depend on God. You got all this money on. Fly your ass down to Texas and walk through my art gallery then. And then when I have my folks there, you bring your folks. Like, come on, bro. Man, all right. Bad niggas be playing out here, bro. Don't play with me like that. Uh, but yeah, bro. I ain't got my brain inside. Got to sweating, bro. He be making me mad, bro. I hate stupidness in the world. I tell my other folks all the time. I tolerate a lot of things, bro, but stupid shit inflames me immediately, bro. Like I just forget where I am. My God. So yeah, that was the baby, man, and that's what he had on deck, man. Let's pivot into some what else we got on here? We on the way to the moon. Y'all know that? We're on the way to the moon. Them folk finna pull up to the moon shortly. Now I know that's bad news for the flat earthers out there. You know what I'm saying? And I watch material like that, bro, and they are still out here trying to come up with reasons to say that these niggas are not really in space. These pictures they take, and it's not really Earth. It is so cringe, bro. You know the first question comes to my mind for flat earthers. Okay, hold on. So you look into the sky and you acknowledge that, you know, the planets that you've seen, or the fucking planets, because you can't see the planets. The sun, you've confirmed in your mind and that the sun is a ball, right? Then why the hell would Earth be flat, bro? Everything that you see around, stars and all, you confirmed that they're balls and you cool with that. But all of a sudden, in the middle of all these cylindrical objects, the Earth just flat. Man, it don't even. That'd be my first question, bro. Why the moon ain't flat? You don't say the moon flat? We'll never look at the moon and it just be a little slick, bro. You dig what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, it's so ignorant. But it's so wild. It's still a thriving community of people that feel as though the moon is, the Earth is flat. Now, I'm going to give, as far as this moon landing stuff, bro, I'm going to be real now. I don't know if this give me conspiracy brain, but this is why I think we were capable and I think we went back then, but I think the very first I ain't gonna hold y'all, bro. Listen, hear me out now. I do believe the first moon land in the picture. I do believe they faked those. This is why though. Only because it was such a space race between, you know, Russia and China. America for even out and to know now that going to the moon was a zero sum game. It's like what was the race? But back then, bro, you know, they were so still kind of primitive, if you will, in the world of advertising and trying to be the world power. You know, back then everybody ain't have TVs and radios, internet, so you could tell somebody, hey, China got 7 nuclear missiles, and if they make it to the moon, they gonna set them up on the moon, and they can claim the moon. we can't never go to the moon, and then they can just launch nuclear missiles from the moon at America, and then and they would have believed it. You know what I'm saying? You put it on the radio, everybody sit around the radio and just get scared as hell. You know what I'm saying? So you could have told them something stupid like that. Mom and grandma and them would have believed it. You know what I'm saying? So they like, we got to get to the moon first. We got to get to the moon first. And then all of a sudden, boom, they had put their shit together to get to the moon first. I'm like, nah, because supposedly the Russians had sent a dog or a monkey or something like that up to space a lot sooner than America has. So I feel like they faked them because they just wanted to win that little space race thing, and it was nobody that could tell them that they didn't. Because at the point when they said we got there first, then any other missions planned to go up there had to be postponed, and all. Nobody going to check it out. So I think they faked them just to win that little power trip right then. But I think they definitely went since then. But I tend to think the very first time was all some cap. You did, but them was on the way to the moon now. And the crazy part about it, you know who is leading the expedition to the moon? I forget his name, but he's a black guy. And boy online is saying, what would if Charlie Kirk have said if he looked up and saw that not only was a black man flying, he flying a space shuttle? Because Charlie Kirk famously said if he got on the airplane and seen a black pilot, he would have to question his qualifications on whether we go to even make it to our destination. Now, what if Charlie Kirk has said about a black man going to the moon with it, bro? Ooh, Charlie would have been viral right now. He'd have said some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, Big Dog is not around to, what I'm saying, give us no jewels. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we head to the moon, man. So hooray for them folks on their mission to the dark side of the moon. Now it might be some transformers or something over there now. Now it might be some transformers on the dark side of the moon, but we have yet to find out. Them folks for to see what's going on. You dig me? Woo! Now, speaking of, and this will be a good transition. Speaking of black men, y'all know Drewski had put out a little skit here about a week ago where he made himself appear. The Russians had Von Braun before we did. Yeah, bro, I'm talking about that. Them Russians were, hey, come on, bro. All right, we can go back to this. We can talk. We can entertain this a little bit. Yeah, man, the Russian was already turned up before us. You dig what I'm saying? America was just so ignorant and radio wavy, trying to be the picture of perfection for the world. But I completely believe they faked the first go round. You know what I'm saying? It was just too fast. It was too convenient. Too all of a sudden. You know what I mean? And like the homie said, they had von Braun, which is the way that they supposedly pronounce his name. You know what I mean? They had him over there doing tinkering around over there in Russia well before he came to America. You dig me? I've seen there's a Stanley Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick supposedly was the one overseeing this thing. You understand me, man? It's an interesting little documentary on the streaming site that starts with a T, got a blue background. It's an interesting little documentary or two on there about that, man. But yeah, I will entertain people that tend to think that first go round was Cap Zason SP. You understand me? Now who was I moving on to? Talking about Drewski and his Erica Kirk skit. I saw this absolute curmudgeon right here. This guy. Listen to this guy.
I've been over the last couple of days calling makeup artists, and I was gonna do a response to this and like go and do like the full on darker, yeah, and do it and just do it back because why not? Yeah, like are we on the same playing field? Like I think
Jake Paul, curmudgeon of all curmudgeons. I guess they still heard about the Erica Kirk skit. I've seen some foolish little lady doing, oh, what up, cuz? We out here, cuz. Like, man, when you think we give a fuck? Oh my God, they so stupid, bro. But yeah, so Jake Paul said, man, last couple days, bro. The skit dumb old at this point. Like, man, if you was gonna do a response, you supposed to do that within 48 hours. You fool. So now, but him and Theo Von, which is also one of the smoothest brained individuals out here. Oh my God, these podcasts, bro. Oh my God. I wish one of them would get mad and say something to me. It would make my day. Clint Eastwood. Well, yeah, Jake Paul said, man, last couple days, I've been thinking about doing a blackface skit. What to get back at Drewski? Like, nigga, who gonna laugh at it? Who gonna care? How you getting back at Drewski? They'll be like, oh, y'all seen what Jake Paul did? He can't do that no more, Drewski. Man, all he gonna do is make Drewski turn around and do him next. Drewski, line him up, man. Somebody send this video to Drewski. Please do a broken jawed Jake Paul. Come on with it, man. Doing the jump around like he used to jump around on them YouTube commercials and skits and videos doing stupid shit. Come on, Drewski. Yeah, so apparently Jake Paul thinks that we care that they make a response. That just lets us know how hurt y'all are about people call the spades a spade. He's still thinking about getting back at Drewski. Man, you better stick to that boxing ring against folks that just want to come get a check, bro. Don't get out here. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself in no hot water with some of the ATL aliens, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything in the play game out here. But you go ahead. I cannot wait to see Jake Paul's blackface. I hope he incorporates Theo Von. Theo went on to say, and I made him throw them in the show, man. If there's any of my recent followers in here, you know, I've been putting out 20, 30 minute, yeah, I mean, reaction videos and all that. But every now and then I splash out a little 10-minute, 12-minute, you know what I mean? And I've got a couple of those, gang of those videos actually in my bookmarks and all that, man. So, you know, y'all let me know if the longer form, obviously the longer form is y'all rock with it, but you know, would y'all have a problem with the quick hitters? Because I tend to go to certain pages that I watch and they only do a short, they do a little quick video, and it's kind of I don't know, it doesn't translate the same. So yeah, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that, man. Cause I may put together some more thought out thoughts about that in the form that other people will click on because the lives do what they do even as they grow. But you know, the shows, the videos themselves tend to get a little more traction immediately than even the live shows after a couple of days. So I may jump out there and put my thoughts on Jake Paul. You dig what I'm saying? But since we're talking about boxing, you understand, in blackface, there's a young man that does not need to apply blackface to his skin. He is a black man. Now, and he happens to be from the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide football team up there in Tuscaloosa. Yeah, man. Deontay Wilder. Yeah, Deontay Wilder was back on the scene yesterday. I don't know if y'all saw it. I actually missed the men's Final Four game yesterday because I was watching the fight. Fight came on at an awkward time. I started to live stream it, but I looked into it and I couldn't have the sound playing or any of that, and so it might have been awkward. So I opted out. But he had a fight yesterday in the O2 Arena over there in London, UK, man, against Derek Chisora. You know what I mean? They've been doing a couple of press hits over the last week, promoting the fight. And I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I got a video on my phone. I'm ashamed. I'm a hater. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I'm a hater. But I think I took too much of what the Deontay Wilder had done in his previous fights. Um, and I never liked his walk-in attire. I was just always cringed out by it. So he came out this time. He was labeled in. He called himself the King of God's Army. And my silly, I just be ready to make jokes about everything. I'm like, first of all, armies don't have kings, sir. They have leaders or generals, what have you. So I'm not liking the association. If it did have a leader, yeah, you can't proclaim yourself the leader of God's army. In fact, I would think that would probably be Jesus. It's God's army led by Jesus. You understand what I'm saying? This is just where I'm at with it. So I'm already cringe looking at cuz. He had some big fake cross chain on or what have you. Then he came out to like some Kirk Franklin or something. I like some religious church music. Don't get it confused. But I'm just looking at him, bro. I'm like, I made a little video. I'm like, hey, you heard it here first. Deontay Wilder's about to lose this fight. I'm a real nigga. I'm gonna let you know, bro. I'll keep it real. I ain't gonna try to cut no call. I was like, man, he about to lose this fight. Fight start. he was catching some shots, some wild shots from Chisora, because he was kind of doing the look like the UFC punch. You dig what I'm saying? Where you kind of duck your head and come with that little haymaker. You kind of can always kind of clip him with that. He kept throwing that a couple times, but after a couple rounds, that punch started to lose some bite. And I must admit, bro, I gotta keep it real, Deontay Wilder. If you ever see this video, although I thought you was gonna lose that fight based off of the lack of boxing prowess that I thought I had seen from you in the previous fights. Now, up to for his credit, he said Tyson Fury cheated. He said Tyson Fury took the padding out of his gloves, and that's why he beat him. He got into a whole little shout match with some guy a couple months ago about it. I don't know that I buy it or not, but that's what he said. That's why he said he got beat so bad against Tyson Fury. But I will say, bro, Deontay Wilder looked helly good, bro. He looked helly good, my nigga. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Cuz had his jab working. You understand what I'm saying? He had some feet works on him. He was moving around. He was him with that right. You know what I'm saying? But now because he gonna keep fighting. Chisora said he gonna retire. Tapping in from Huntsville, Alabama, Mango. Put me on a good show, man. What's happening? Tell your folks about it, man. Tap in with they folk, man. We're gonna keep this thing going. We're in the early motion, but I appreciate the sword, Junior. You know what I'm saying? So Deontay Wilder, man, you know what I'm saying? Shot had his jab going. Now, when it comes to that devastating right hand punch that we look for from Deontay Wilder, what I saw, in my estimation, is he took the wild swinging out, the roundhouse punching. That was really Chisora doing that. Wilder took that out of his repertoire. It's more of a straight, it's more of an arm right now. He used to kind of bring that thing from the back. You understand what I'm saying? Pause. But it's more of like a quick arm jab. And he caught bro with a couple times. But what I did see with him bringing it from right there, it's not the same devastating right hand. You feel me? It's more of a scoring right hand. So for the purpose of the boxing match and scoring points, he kind of turned that right hand more into a score. It was quick. Bah, bah, bah. You know what I'm saying? Bah, bah. So I'm like, all right, I like that from you, but I don't know that in the 12 round because Anthony Joshua was sitting on the side. Obviously, that's the next fight that any heavyweight out here is looking for. That's the big money fight. And from what I know about Anthony Joshua, boy, especially coming off two of his friends passing away, he probably ready to devour him and in the ring. Pause. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know that 12 rounds that Wilder put in against Chisora, I don't know that he does that against Anthony Joshua because the right doesn't look like it's a haymaker to knock you out no more. You know what I'm saying? And I feel him because he left himself open a lot doing that. But if you're going to go through 12 rounds of not being able to knock on his ass immediately with that right, then you've also got to not get knocked on your ass for 12 rounds. And I don't know that Wild. I don't know that I trust him against Anthony Joshua. That boy is throwing bricks. You understand me? But I got to give bro all his flowers as far as that fight Saturday, man. Deontay Wilder looked great. Now, I don't know if it's because it was an old Chisora 42. Shit. Wilder 40. So, no, bro. For 40 years old, heavyweight, taking some L's here lately, the Wilder looked great in that ring, man. I got to give him his props. You understand me and what I'm saying? What y'all think? Did y'all watch it? What y'all think he might do against Anthony Joshua and all that, man? I know that's got to be the big fight. I'm sure some other heavyweights out there, but as far as just the names that come to mind, I think Anthony Joshua, he's a champ and all that. You did? So that's the fight that everybody is chomping at. I don't know if they asked Wilder about it. I don't know if he just necessarily made any mention of wanting that fight. But again, bro, I don't know if I'm gonna trust the Bronx Bomber to go through 12 rounds and necessarily without that knockout power and be able to withstand 12 rounds of being, because bro caught him with some shots, but his chin held up. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you, bro. The man thoroughly impressed me, bro, because when I heard about the fight like last week on Wednesday or whatever, I'm like, oh yeah, I mean, have some more to laugh out about. Wow. And I ain't gonna hold you, man. You know, I call a spade like a spade over here, and I'm gonna keep it real and just let you know my real thoughts. You dig what I'm saying? I like, man, they gonna lose, bro, but I give him his props. He came out and held it down, man. So props to the boy out of Alabama, man. I'm standing all the way up. We got Huntsville in the building. Fury fight saying who he fight. Yeah, Josh. Yeah, I think Joshua doing him in, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I think Joshua doing who does Tyson Fury fight? Tyson Fury been tripping there since he made it big though, cuz you know what I'm saying? I think bro like kind of relapsed and niggas started doing reality shows, doing too much, and I think the fighting kind of got to him, man. Who is he fighting though? I'll lend my opinion on. Let's ask Gemini. Gemini, cuz who is Tyson Fury fighting on Saturday night? Let's see what AI said. Tyson Fury is fighting Arslanbek Makhmudov this Saturday. Makhmudov. I've heard of him, but I don't know if he a hitter like that. You know what I'm saying? It's probably just like a little soda can fight for Fury to get his name back up. Oh, I just thought about it. And I've got a device where I can watch anything in the world, but hypothetically, I would pay for this fight. A Fury Wilder foe. Yes, sir. Now, if I don't have to pay for it personally, I do it. I do know that millions of people out here will pay for that fight. They will pay for that fight. So, you're right. So yeah. So let's get us another Wilder Fury, and the window Wilder Fury get to face Joshua. That sounds like $100 million for all these people involved. So shout out for the free promotion, and they're probably not a free idea. They probably already had these ideas, but with them fighting back to back like that, I got to believe that that's for a reason. Because he already said the man cheated him. All right, let's get this shit one more time. You know what I mean? Wilder just won his fight. Fury beat this soda can. They meet in the ring again. Winner of that get Anthony Joshua. Somebody get ready to pay for that fight and get them folks some money because I won't. I'll be watching it for free. You understand me? But that's neither here nor there. That's just between me and you. You understand what I'm saying? That's just not gonna be blabbing and telling everybody about what's going on, man. That ain't gonna hold water, man. You know what I'm saying? What we on? How many minutes we on right here? Oh, did it stop? No, it didn't stop. I don't see my minute counter though. I'm scared to click on it too, bro, because I might mess something up. You know what I'm saying? I'm still kind of be new to this. YouTube, hey, YouTube. Listen, man. Listen. This is free. And they say when you're working for people, any kind of ideas you bring to the table when you're working for them, it's just, hey, you just shit out of luck. I'm gonna just give you an idea. It would be absolutely amazing if you all integrated a streaming software program like the StreamYards, the OBS. Why don't you have that inside of your program already, man? Like all the billions of dollars y'all making, like we shouldn't have to go anywhere for all this. But you know, you heard it here first. You know what I mean? Just shoot me a little extra monetization. You ain't got to tell nobody you got my idea. I'm just saying, I'm here to help, folks. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Well, we were just talking about sports. Boxing. What kind of sports I got? Ooh, Don Staley. Now all right. So yesterday we gonna get on your side, Don Staley. Yeah, from yesterday, or day before yesterday, her and Gino REM, you know, coach of the UConn Women's Basketball Association. He was mad. Yeah. UConn won last year against South Carolina in the ship. They came back and met in the semis this year. South Carolina took it to house 62-48. Gino REM complaining about the fouls. He's just butthurt sore loser. Bad exchange, bad work at the end of the game. He didn't want to shake hand with Shawty. Got screaming. Shawty screamed on him. It was just a bad look. He come out with some bad apology. Didn't even address her by name. It was just a wholly bad look. All right. South Carolina, Don Staley. Championship game today against the UCLA Women Bruins. And they got their ass blew out by 30 points. I ain't gonna hold you. My God. I feel ashamed of myself because I am a sports fan. But I don't really watch a lot of girls basketball. I fall for the hype. They be like, man, look at this little clip video. I watch a clip video. It's like a minute long, and girls be making bad shots and falling and stumbling around. I feel so bad, bro, because I have a young woman athlete in my life. You dig what I'm saying? I feel so bad, bro. But I'll be like, man, I'm not rocking with the WNBA and all that. You know what I'm saying? But boy, I watched that game today, bro, and I have a newfound appreciation for collegiate women's basketball. Yeah, man. Them you said, man, them girls who, bro, I'm telling you, man, it'd be some boy squads that would have had a little trouble. Man, them girls was hooping, bro. What's her name? Lauren Betts. They got a son, shot at 6'7". I swear to God. I swear to God. Second bucket of the game. I'm watching them. Cause I'm like, damn, they tall. I'm watching second bucket of the game. Joyce. And I joked. I'm like, damn, boy, somebody in the 2000s named their daughter Joyce. But shout out, baby. You keep doing your thing. I'm just talking my shit on my show. But shout out, she was playing backside on Lauren Betts. But Shawty had her on her hip. I'm like, look, I'm looking at her footwork. I'm like, what Shawty working? George slid in front of her. Man, I watched how Lauren Betts switched over to the other hip, put their hand up, calling for the ball. Man, Shawty hit her with the pass. She went up with the last. I said right then, I said, oh boy, like it's finna be a long night. Ooh, long day, whatever you talking about. And I wasn't bullshitting. Man, them girl from UCLA, man. I'm talking about what's the little Rice chick? What's her name? Kiri Rice, the little point guard. Man, bro, I have not seen a game of girls basketball that impressive. I don't think ever, bro. That was a historic performance from UCLA. There's not a team in collegiate women's basketball that could have beat them girls today. They only lost one game this year now to Texas. They came back and whooped Texas last round and ran through South Cat. You know what I'm saying? Ran through it, but the size difference was so obvious. You know what I'm saying? But man, they got some hoopers. Now, in South Carolina's defense, UCLA had like 6 seniors. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like how that Indiana football squad that won a championship here. When you got all them seniors and all of that experience on there, it should come together for that type of performance. But they did their thing, bro. Them girls was hooping, man. I'm talking about, man, they had South Carolina looking like they didn't belong in that game. But if I'm Don Staley, I say, man, it's never you never like to lose and all of that, but that's the kind of loss that you just have to give it up to the better team. That's the type of loss that you have to look at as a team that lost and take away what you saw them do. You dig what I'm saying? You got to take something from that, bro. You can't even really be down like, man, what do we do? We couldn't do anything. Them girls hitting their shots. They play heli defense. That's one of them that you learn from. You know what I'm saying? Because them girls played a fabulous game of basketball. Basketball, man. Congrats to the UCLA women Bruins, bro. That was very impressive to me, to the point that I'm gonna make it a point to try to tune into it. Now, WNBA, I don't know, but collegiate sports, because I have a collegiate sports hopefully in a couple of years, so I'm gonna tap in a little more, man, because them girls did their thing. Crooks, from Iowa State, she jumped into the portal, bro. Yeah, so if I'm Dawn Staley, I done sent about 3 million to her bank account right now today. She ain't had to ask for it. She there looking there and see Dawn Staley. Okay, I'd have cashed after $3 million. I'd have just put basketball. For what? Basketball. 3 million to all the crooks from Dawn Staley. It's all legal. These days, I'd have shot at 3 million. So come on, you feel me? Come on down here to Charleston. You did. We need some size. Now they had all the crooks. Cause the Joyce girl was defeated, bro. Every time they put the camera on, I think they said Charlotte had a little shoulder issue. But every time they put the camera on, like she was defeated, man. And I ain't gonna, maybe I'm speaking out of turn, but just from knowing a girl's athlete and watching the team, I don't know, they got down before and they come back. But you tend to think like when they get down, they kind of just get discouraged, like, oh, because she plays soccer and it kind of, it's not like a lot of goals scored in soccer, so. It's like, damn, you let them score first. And it's like, now you got to climb out the hole and get another one. So you would seem to kind of think that you see the look of disappointment and defeat on the faces. You know what I'm saying? And most certainly Miss Joyce, every time they showed her, she was just like, yeah, she knew that it wasn't no coming back. But yeah, that the UCLA squad, bro, them girls played some basketball, man. I can't take nothing away from that performance. You dig me? they'll regroup. But it's crazy, man. South Carolina been there the last 2-3 years, man, and keep falling short. You know what I mean? That's a exclusive school to go to, and they'll be back. But that's got to suck to keep making to the big dance and not get it done, man. Kind of like that Buffalo Bills situation some years ago, and all that. Them boy kept going and kept getting whooped. But I'm sure they'll regroup and retool, man, and be ready to be back in that thing next year. How long I've been on, bro? I don't see my counter right here. Let me go to this little page. See if it tells me on my page, man. Ivey. Ivey, man. It still doesn't tell. Oh, I've been on an hour and a half. That's what's up, cuz. That's what's happening right there, cuz. You feel me? But what else still on the list, man? If y'all got anything y'all want to cover before I end up getting out of here, we will. What else on the list? Trick Daddy, aka Little Controversy. I don't really know if that's nothing big. They invited Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy, one of the nastiest niggas out here. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all mad? But he came on stage and said something nasty. All y'all finna go and do something nasty when y'all left the stage, ain't it, man? Look cute, aka. They won't act like they don't do nothing nasty. Get y'all ass out of here, bro. So yeah, man, they mad at Trick. The Trick came up. Now Trick might have could have molded this playlist a little bit, but it's Trick Daddy. We gotta hold you into account before we hold Trick. This Trick Daddy, not what he do. You know what I'm saying? So he stuck to his guns. You understand what I'm saying? But Trick got to get on stage, asking if they want that box devoured. Yeah, is you ready to get your box devoured? Shot himself. Oh, my word. Such things we've never done. Well, get y'all ass out of here, bro. Probably somewhere on OnlyFans right now. You probably find some pictures and material of them out here, bro. But they swear Trick done did too much. But let me shut up because some cute AKAs I don't want to get mad and then put me on a list of niggas not to work with no more. You know? But yeah, man. That's about it. Good hour and a half. What time it is? Yeah, 8:16. I'm get ready for this new week, man. We had a couple of new people in here, man. Shout out to everybody that came through, man. I'm excited seeing these lives grow. This is a a fun little format. And like I said, every Sunday, right around 6 o'clock. Yeah, I mean, I'm a colored person, man. So, it's not always at 6 o'clock. And it could be, but now it's just kind of a thing. You know what I'm saying? In and around. But just be tuned in, have your notifications on for in and around 6 o'clock on Sundays, man. And we gonna do it like that. You dig? It's been fun, man. Everybody get prepped for the new week. Hope the new week finds you well. Hope the last week finds you well, and we find you well today, and prepare for these United States that we live in, man. And you know what I'm saying? Keep your head on the swivel, as I always say. Shout out to everybody that came through. I'm about to get out of here, man. And until then, it's been straight like that. I'm out, but I don't see the end button on this screen. So maybe. Oh, here it is. All right. Oh, I'm stupid, people. My bad. All right. I'm talking this shit to YouTube. It's usually on the screen. I see it up here in the top corner. 1 hour, 28 minutes. And at this minute, 5 seconds. So, like I say, man, I appreciate everybody. Tune in the next Sunday. Be on the lookout for videos this week. If you hadn't subscribed, subscribe. Turn them notifications on. If you want to become a member, become a member. Be on the lookout for the shopping and all that, man. But until then, it's been straight like that. I'm out of here.